We are all familiar with the laws of attraction because more and more it's becoming popular. But as we become familiar with the laws of attraction, we also become familiar with the law of frustration. And you know what I'm talking about. When you know exactly what you want, right, and you start to focus on it and you give thanks for it in advance, you affirm it, you envision it, and still it doesn't show up. I know we have that because actually on my website, I have all sorts of affirmations, but there's so much more involved with that. And I've noticed that the most common reason people are unable to attract what they want in life is because they have energy blocks. And these energy blocks are in your subtle body. Energy blocks are sort of like little blips of resistance in our energetic field, and they prevent us from maintaining the high frequency vibration of bliss. Now, this is the same vibration that transforms us into mighty magnets of what we want to attract. So if we've got these blocks, hello, all the affirming in the world isn't going to manifest anything. So these blocks have to be removed. Energy blocks begin as unprocessed thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and fears that are out of alignment with the perspective of our soul. So basically, they're false seedings in our subconscious, right? They're like little shards of glass buried alive in our energy body because we weren't conscious enough to challenge a thought or belief when it first occurred. So really think about that. If you as a child heard something that wasn't really the best thing for you, right? And it went into your subconscious. Now you're seated with that false belief, and now that false belief has caused a block. And that block is what's going to hold you back, like that little piece of glass. That little block is going to hold you back. So welcome in, because this is really going to be a really exciting episode. And I am your host, Reverend Edwige. Thank you so much for joining me. Really exciting today. As you know, this show is all about giving you spiritual principles that will allow you to live your authentic life, an abundant life, to create the life that you want. And so that's what this is all about. And this week, well, it's absolutely no exception. My guest today is Dale Ivory, and she has been working with energy for many years. And she's going to explain all of this phenomena, if you want to call it. It is, well, what is energy? How does it work? And really, what does it mean to us? So if you're so inspired and you want to share a story, or you have a question for her, or you want her to look at your energy, please give us a call. And that number is 323-203-0815. But before we do that, let me explain to you what this energy really is all about. So subtle energy is defined as, but it's not limited to, the following, okay? It's one or more forms of energy which do not appear to be within the electromagnetic spectrum. It's unknown at this time that this interaction or the impact that the subtle energies have on measurable electromagnetics. So they're not really sure if they know how to measure it or not. Wow, we already have a caller calling in, so go ahead and bring them in, and let's see. My guest isn't on yet, but that's okay. Yes, indeed. Are you there? Hello? I think they're coming in. All right, so as I'm waiting for that guest to come on in, I'm going to go ahead and just continue to tell you what I believe that this subtle energy really is. Some describe this energy which sort of like your aura or 0 point kundalini, love, prana. All of these things are energy, and you may have heard of all of these before, and you may have even heard of things like energy medicine. That's really popular now, or energy therapy, or energy healing even. So these are all aspects of what we're talking about, this way of healing. And actually, there are practitioners out there, and they can do it hands-on, hands-off. They can do distant healing. I don't know if you're familiar with that one, distant healing. So all of these things are in this various school of energy healing. And it's not really denominational and traditional like religious faith is. So let's clarify that. But you do need to have some faith and believe. So, but faith is a healer. And so before I go on with energy, I do want to talk a little bit about faith, because it's so important that we understand what faith is, because nothing's really going to work unless you believe it to work. Okay, that's just the way it is. But faith, by the way, isn't some false sense that religions can sometimes foster from our need to want to belong somewhere. And, that's a human trait that we have. We all want to belong somewhere, and we start to search outside ourselves to find this place of belonging. But for that actual faith, that place is within you. And that faith I'm speaking about comes from an inner knowing that God resides from within. And as soon as you can line up to God, then that healing on every level can and will occur. The faith that God energy is everywhere, and that energy being everywhere is in all, as all, and that energy then can heal. So know that we're not talking about false faith here, sometimes faith that's built in church, but we're talking about faith that's built on knowing that God is within. All righty, so with that, we're going to bring in our guest. Once again, her name is Dale Ivory, and she's going to be joining us momentarily. So I'm excited. Again, call in if you have any questions. I gave that number earlier, but it is 323-203-0815.
Hello.
Hello, Dale?
Yes.
Hello. You are live. You are live on LA Talk Radio. And how are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
I am great, thank you. So I don't know if you've been listening. Is that the show in the background?
Yes, I just turned it off.
Thank you. I thought I heard that. So would you tell our audience just a little bit about yourself first, and then we'll get into all the nuts and bolts of energy. So just give us a little background about yourself.
I work helping people unblock their issues that cause them to not lead their authentic life, the path that they chose before they came here.
Okay.
And I do that through a combination of gifts I was given. We're all given our gifts to facilitate what we came here to do. Mm-hmm. And I see energy. It's very easy for me to shift energy and help people understand when they're shifting their energy, because I can watch them and say, yes, you're doing fine. You're changing your energy extremely well. I'm empathic, and people tell me I can read minds, but that's not something I'm really understand. But I've had multiple gifted people tell me I read minds, and I'm just like, okay, so I don't really understand how that's happening, but
okay,
maybe it's part of the empathic thing. But basically, I've always been able to see energy, but I did not grow up understanding what I was supposed to do with it, mm-hmm. and that to me helps me with my clients. It helps me to understand what they're going through when they're not really sure what their path is, what their authentic path is, and then together through teaching them how to listen to their guides and how to follow their intuition, we work together to accomplish them more fully being on their authentic path in life.
Okay, so you heard my description of what this energy is. Can you, because obviously you know much more about it than I, explain to the audience what exactly is this energy that I guess each and every one of us have?
It comes in levels. It is, okay, the first level is the physical. Your body has an energy that it appears as a grid, and it is within the organs and tissues and cells, and it is part of what keeps them alive. Then there's the energy system, which is the chakras, meridians, aura, and that energy is what it also keeps the physical body alive, but it is the energy that connects the spirit to the body so that the spirit stays with the body. And then there is another level that I have learned of recently, because I kept expressing to, my guides, God, the universe, anybody who would listen.
I know that feeling.
I'm not. I knew there was more. I knew that I could be better at what I do. I'm like, people aren't healing fast enough. They're not understanding well enough. It's not poof, you're healed. It's like, how healers, they always want to be able to poof, you're healed. The desire to help people is always so strong. Yeah, poof. That's not always, and that's not everybody's path, because, it can be a learning experience. It always was for me to be less than healthy. But I have learned recently that there is what I'm calling spiritual energy, and it is the energy of our spirit. It's not our spirit, but it is the energy of our spirit. And I have started learning the basics of healing within that field of energy. That field of energy is someplace else. It's not here with us in the physical body, because our spirit is expansive and it's not completely right here in the body.
Absolutely.
That doesn't totally make sense.
It makes sense to me. And that energy is absolute pure perfection. And so, it wouldn't be housed in this vehicle. Okay, you know what? We already have. Go ahead.
Well, I was when you the perfect energy you're talking about is not the same thing I'm talking about. That's the thing I was shocked at, because I'm in this other place and I'm looking around and I'm like, well, that's interesting. What is that? The texture, our energy system is more like electricity. Like the aura, meridians, chakras. This energy it's not like plasma, but it's closer to that. But it is not our spirit. It's not the soul. It's not the spirit. It is another energy field that's more connected with spirit, and it's in a different place. So it's not perfect. It actually needs to be healed in most people.
Oh, so wow. So is that where the trauma
that's
is?
What I said. Sometimes just like a physical trauma can affect the energy system and cause disruptions, physical, mental, emotional trauma can disrupt the spirit energy and cause blockages in it, blockages and corruptions in it. Personal choices.
Then let me ask you this. So then is it sort of like when you have a shaman who go out and do a soul retrieval, because if you've had a traumatic death or experience in a particular lifetime and you have a soul fragment, then that part of your spirit is stuck there. So is that then where that block is, in that part of that spirit that's stuck in this place, and that's where the plasma, that's what needs to be healed and brought back into an alignment? Is that sort of it?
No. I don't understand this place completely. Soul retrievals are because I do soul retrievals, when you go for a soul retrieval, you do enter that dimension, but it's not this energy, because I've done many soul retrievals and it's not the same. It's over close there. You know, the pieces of your soul are connected in places, but this particular type of spirit energy, is not. It's not the same thing, but it's closer than like an energy healer using the light, light workers, like so many people. Fortunately for the world, so many people have had that desire and have learned to use that power of the light.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But the soul retrieval does affect that area, like everything that happens to you affects. But it's not the same. And like I said, I'm a baby beginner in this field of energy, and it absolutely fascinates me. And the work that I've done with people so far with it is getting amazing results. It's particularly getting
wonderful
spiritual growth, insight results, and then that starts to affect the energy field as we know it, and the physical energy field, and then affects the physical body. So it's all a healing process, but it's a cool level.
Different level altogether. Yeah. Wow.
It is. And I'm currently, now that my eyes have been open to it, I'm currently going, okay, world, who else knows about this?
Well, absolutely. And they're out there.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have a caller, so let me find out if they are still there, and we'll see what they have to say. I think they're gone. Okay. We did have a caller. We must have left them on hold too long. All righty. That's okay. So then people, how do they know that they actually need this type of work? What is going on in their world? Are they just physically sick, or you're getting people that are physically sick or actually just trying to find their path? How would one know to seek an energy healer?
Without sounding facetious, everybody needs to have these different levels of energy healed, because no one makes it through life without some disruptions to their energy patterns, because a simple angry thought can disrupt your energy pattern. And in our societies across the world, some are somewhat better than others. People who do meditation have started on that path. There's different things that we do, Tai Chi and some of those type energy works are excellent. Acupuncture.
Wonderful. We actually have a caller, so let's take them.
Okay.
Hello, you are on. Are you there?
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
I can hear you.
Hi. I wanted to see if I could have my energy read by Dale. I am new to law of attraction. All of this is new to me. I have some unhealed wounds, and I just want to move forward with my life in a positive direction.
Well, Dale, did you hear that? So can we witness this firsthand?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so the first step in having me read your energy is to get your permission, because without your permission, I just don't. So I need your verbal permission.
I give you my permission.
Okay, great. Then the second step is you allow, because I already feel a certain level of stay out of my space. So just take a deep breath and kind of relax a little bit, and just have in your mind that you're going to allow me to observe and see what your energy is looking like.
Okay.
All right, very good. Now, the way I have my agreement with how I work with my guides and with how I work with the energies is that I see first what the person most needs to clear. And there is an energy center that I used to think it was a chakra. It's not, because I kept going, that's not spinning. I thought chakras were supposed to spin. But it's higher than the heart chakra. It's between the heart chakra and the throat chakra. And it's like a big seed of energy, and it is, it's kind of hard to describe, but it's a part of the heart in you. When we talk about the heart, more than the physical heart, this part of you is the heart. It's the heart that makes your heart decisions, and it's hugely affected by your emotions and your ability to be in touch with that authentic life path that you planned out before you got here. So if you focus on the upper part of your chest, kind of like mid-chest there, if you know where the thymus gland is, it's kind of there. If you know where that particularly large section of bone of your breastbone, where it's a little bit wider the bone is, it's in that area. And if you just focus your attention there and allow yourself peace of mind, and again, you're allowing. Energy doesn't work as well when we try to make it do something, but when we allow, it does its thing. Now, I want you to bring in what I call universal healing energy. It's that white light that healers use. It's everywhere in the universe. It's energy, and it heals. So I just started calling it universal healing energy. So allow that to flow into that area. That's okay. Now allow it to just clear whatever needs to be cleared and strengthen whatever needs to be strengthened. Awesome. Excellent. Now, you did that, not me, because I always consider myself a teacher first and a healer second, because what you learn to do yourself, you can then apply anytime you need it. So now I'm going to let you do another thing. I want you to feel within your body and feel any other part that feels like it might also need that light, that universal healing energy. And just bring in the light to there. And you can describe it to everybody, or you cannot describe it. I'm going to watch it, but you just do what you feel as far as describing it to people.
Is it okay if I don't describe it?
Yes, it's because I had that feeling that it might be a little uncomfortable and personal. So
yes, it is.
And you can see how that you can pull that in, invite it in, allow it in at any time. And the more time you allow that light to clear, the more you have opportunity to get on that path that you said you wanted to be on. It takes you to the happier, more fulfilled life that we're all looking for. We all want a better life, because none of us have a perfect one so far. Anybody who does, please call me. I want to know how you did it. So.
Me too.
So did you have any other questions?
That's pretty much it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And there's more details that I can see in energy. I do full energy evaluations. But like I said, we always start with what's most important to clear and get flowing. And for you, that was it. So.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting me do that.
Thank you so much. Y'all have a great evening.
Thanks. Take care.
You too.
And so everyone, when you want to connect with Dale, her website is daleivory.com, and you'll be able to contact her directly. Actually, we have another caller, so let's go ahead and bring them in right now as well.
I do full energy evaluation.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, you're on.
Hello. This is Marjorie. I'm calling to speak to Dale.
She's here. Hello. She's here. Go ahead.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to ask her. I have been hearing
Hold on.
voices.
Let me stop you. Do you have a TV or something on?
With Dale, her website.
No, I don't. I just have I have on your program.
Okay, so you need to move out of the room. It's too loud, and we're picking up disturbance.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So you're listening to the show. Thank you.
Yes.
But it's coming through.
Yes.
There we go. Okay, now you can ask your question.
Yes. Yes. I haven't had this problem since I was a 29-year-old woman. It's been going on for about 50 years. and I hear these voices. They are annoying. I wouldn't say that they're depressing in that the things that they would say. They're very negative and critical and condescending. And at times, I've been fighting it. I've lived my life quietly, leaving this behind me, or trying not to hear them. But I'm at the point where I try to ask someone to help. Maybe you can advise me how to be rid of them. It sounds like it's about 3 voices.
Okay, so let me clarify, because the connection's less than perfect, and I'm not picking up every word. But you're hearing voices and having unpleasant experiences from individuals that are coming into your energy field and affecting you. Am I correct in that? Okay. So let me first explain that means that you are a more sensitive person, because those types of individuals are around and they influence everybody, but not everyone is aware of them. So you have a gift of awareness. So that's important to realize, because some people in your situation start thinking there's something wrong with them, and there's not. You just simply are aware on a different level from some other people. There are ways to strengthen your energy field so that negative individuals that are not in physical form have less influence on you. We are vibrational creatures. Even in the physical form, we function at vibrations basically of our choice. The higher your vibration, the more uncomfortable negative individuals are being around you. So whether it's a human form person or whether it's a person in an individual in spirit form, I try not to call them persons because not all of them have been people.
Yes.
So your goal then to make that not such a problem is to raise your own vibration. To raise your own vibration, you clear away the energies that are causing you to have a low frequency vibration. And that's the stuck energy that Edwige was talking about when she was introducing her topic for today, is those stuck energies. If we have a negative experience, and we've all had those, so we have a negative experience, we usually have a negative reaction to it. And those emotions very often get stuck in our energy field. Sometimes they're what I call energetic scars. It's just a scar or a thickening of the energy. Your energy in that level of the human energy system, where it's the chakras and meridians, that energy is meant to be flowing constantly. And when it gets stuck, then it's like a backup. Gets backed up just like a stream can get backed up and clogged with limbs and debris and not flow properly anymore. Our energy system does that. And so the techniques that you would use to clear that, one of them is bringing in the light, like I just taught the last caller. But there are other ones. Let me see what I can pick up on. What would be bringing in the light to your solar plexus is important for you. The solar plexus is in the upper abdomen. It's the center of self. And as you heal your self-concept and move towards self-love and self-acceptance in a greater degree and heal whatever needs to be healed there, you will start to have the higher frequency vibration we're talking about, and then gradually negative individuals will not be so interested in hanging out with you.
I see.
Does that help?
Well, yes, that sounds good. I've been fighting and trying to be and do that.
So can you give her a tip on how to bring in this light energy for those listening if they don't know exactly what that is? Is there one easy way to do that?
Yes, energy responds to your thoughts perfectly. And absolutely. When people tell me, so I imagine my energy, I go, no, if you think it is with your energy.
Okay.
So what you would do was see your energy lit up, and then it will start lighting up, and invite the universal healing energy in, and then just watch it come in or feel it come in. I'm a very visual person. I see energy, but we also sense energy. Some people hear it. I hear frequency vibrations sometimes. So however you perceive energy, you invite it in, and then you sit with that universal healing energy, filling your entire energy field, which is your physical body, and your energy system expands beyond your energy. That's what most people see as an aura. Yes. And so you just sit for 1 to 5 minutes, 2 or 3 times a day. If you have more time, do it longer or more frequently. But I really like that Ed Weiss talked about faith, because when you realize that this is really happening, you're not imagining it, you're bringing in this light.
Absolutely.
That when you believe it, you don't block it. Now, if you're going, I'm not sure that Dale person knows what she's talking about. If you're like, no, I talked to somebody who has some experience in this and knows this is real. Not everybody understands it. But the fact that you're sensitive and know those individuals are there tells me that you are already functioning at a higher level. And so all you have to do is let go of your self-doubt. Let go of anything anybody's ever told you that you're less than wonderful. And by bringing in that light, bring it particularly, like I said, to the solar plexus and the upper abdomen. But one of the best ways is simply to fill your entire energy field with it. And then just sit and enjoy it. And if your intent is it will come in, it will clear and unblock and bring you joy, it's just really as simple as that. We sometimes make energy complicated because it's unfamiliar to us. The more familiar you get with it, the more you realize it is simple. And aren't all real truths completely simple? You're like, why didn't I say that? Mm-hmm. The more simple it is, the more you're like, oh, duh. And so that's how energy is. And you can affect it. Everyone can affect it that much. Everyone does. I've never seen anybody not be able to move energy. That's one of the advantages that I feel I help clients with the most, is gaining that confidence. You really are moving the energy. I'm watching you do it. And so let's just try it now. Let's let you bring in universal healing energy to your entire energy field. Sometimes it works best coming down through the top of the head at the crown chakra. Sometimes it's through the heart chakra or the energy center that's above the heart chakra. Just wherever it feels right to you, let it flow in and let me watch it. Mm-hmm. All right, now take a deep breath and just relax and allow it to flow through your whole system, because I'm already seeing little places where it's kind of blocked up and it's not flowing through. Allow those to clear. And you don't have to know how, because if your intent is that the universal healing energy will help you clear that, then it'll just do it. Yes. Very good. Some of it that was very dark is already getting lighter. Again, just relax. You're fine. You have you've had experiences that are negative with this kind of thing, and so you're struggling with keeping your walls up rather than letting this very positive, life-reinforcing energy in. And that makes sense to me, because if you're used to blocking out those bad things, you forget and you block out everything. So, but let the good come in. There we go. That's much better. Now, just do that and sit with that as long as you have time, as much as you have time to enjoy it. Once you get in practice, you will be able to think about universal healing energy filling your energy field, and you won't even have to be officially meditating. It just happens, and you just get a spark of, wow, I suddenly feel great because I've remembered to bring in universal healing energy. The goal is to have it with you all the time, and then you really start living. That's when you really start living and finding joy, is when it's with you all the time. Any other questions?
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Take care.
Thank you very much.
Sure thing.
Wonderful. Well, that definitely was a good example of how this works. And really going back to what we both said earlier, faith is so important because what you believe to be the truth about you, guess what, folks? That's the truth about you. And so it's your choice to move that energy. It's your choice to allow positive energy to flow in. And that truly is that God light, that God energy that is all encompassing. And so it's so very important to believe that you can do this. You have the power within you. You know, you have those of us who have particular spiritual gifts. It's because we acknowledge that and we believe. And so these gifts then come to us and they awaken and we can use these gifts. But understand that everyone is special and everyone has their own specific reasons for being here and their job to do. As soon as you tap into that and you awaken to that and believe, then life truly begins to change for you. I know, Dale, you would have to agree with that or come close to agreeing.
I absolutely agree with that because what you think is what you are. And if you start clearing the blocks and thinking other things, it's a process. They come together. You heal a little bit, then you think a little differently, then you heal a little bit more, and then you think a little bit differently. And you really start. And the believing part is important, but if you struggle with that in the beginning, don't worry about it. You just clear and heal that too, because we are beings that this is natural for us. Our culture has taught us differently, but this is normal for us to be able to move and utilize energy. It is just a normal part of being human. And so that's part of my job, is to start helping more people understand that it's normal. It's just you didn't know it was normal.
Absolutely.
It's just not been taught enough, and there's pioneers that started teaching it a long time ago, and it's becoming more and more known, and that's what we're doing here. You and I both here having this discussion are making it more available to even more people.
To more people, because we are divine. We are the divine essence of the God source, and tap into who you are. But we get so pre-programmed and so falsely programmed by what's going on in the world, and everything's an illusion, people. You look out and you see all this negativity, and you let that go into you and affect you and impact you. And that's why you've set limitations and blocks for yourself. You don't have to be blocked in any way. The laws of attraction do work, but you have to understand the laws and how they apply to you. And so when you begin to really develop the tools and the skills, you know that, okay, for me, and I used this last week, I'm going to use it again. If I have a glass of water and that glass is completely full with all the false programming and all the false beliefs, well, is there room for me to put all the things that I'd like to attract? Is there room in that glass for it? Absolutely not. But if I go ahead and I purge and I clear away these blocks and I remove some of those false ideas that I might have based on others' opinions, and I make room in that glass, now when I go and I start to see myself in a new light and I see myself as perfect, whole, and complete, can I not believe that and fill that glass with those new beliefs about myself? And that's what we're suggesting that you do. So important. And look at that.
What people run into, this is what I run into when working with people. They have enough blocks that it's hard for them to
You know what? We actually have another caller. I'm so sorry, but
Okay.
they're calling in now.
No
And
problem.
Caller, you're calling from 702 area code 303 number. Would you please turn the show down? I appreciate your listening, but it's a little too loud. Are you there? Hello?
Hello. Is this
Hi.
Affirmations for Living?
Yes, you're live
Hello?
on it. Hello.
Oh, Aziz?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even hear myself on your show.
You're on now. Can you, well, do you have a question,
Oh, yeah.
Dale?
Yes, I do. Oh, okay. Yeah, I do have a question and some things to say.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Kate, we hear you.
Okay. Okay. The world hears me. All right. So, first of all, I would like to say, congratulations, Adij, on LA Talk Radio. I think it's so awesome, man. Like, hearing your voice so clear on the show is just like, I think it's really cool. I don't know, it's just, I really like it.
Thank you.
And I'm really excited to go to your upcoming events at the Spirit Within You.
Thank you, Kate. That's sweet. As a matter of fact, there is an event this evening at 6 o'clock. So as I end this show, I'll be getting in my car and getting across town to teach a wonderful macabre activation class at the Spirit Within You. So if anyone's listening and they're local, go to the websites, The Spirit Within You, and you is spelt with the letter U.com, and you can get on the calendar and see all the events. And next week I have a really amazing class, next Tuesday the 31st, at The Spirit Within You. It's called You're Not Crazy, You're Awakening. So thank you for bringing that up, Kate.
You're welcome. Yeah. So, I believe I have a dilemma type of thoughts that may be prominent in many light workers around this time or whatever. It is a feeling that I get, not so much with like the unseen, like entities and stuff, but more with human energies. I often feel that I don't really understand why I do, because I don't know, I feel that with the understanding of my understanding of feeling energies and of entities of lower vibrations, that when you are in a complete alignment and positive vibration with Source, that lower entities can't really harm you, because there's just so much love. It's just you're protected by it. And yeah, but with humans, however, I just kind of feel like, I don't know, there's like a sensitivity that I have. I think it's in my heart that, I don't know, it's just their energy seems to kind of affect me. Like, it kind of sits in a little. And I always am like, oh my gosh, like, guides, please protect me. Like, I don't know what that was, but like, I don't want to like hold that on. Like, just like keep that away from me. And like, yeah. And with, I've been really helping a lot of kids in my generation, the indigos. And I feel like there's a lot of stuff in there that, you know, they don't really understand. And I would just like to ask Dale if it is just something that I am overthinking, or if it is just, yeah, I would like to know.
Okay.
That.
You're not really overthinking it, because you're just perceiving it. And if it causes you a disruption, if it draws your attention because it's a negative experience, then you're not really overthinking it. What you're doing is looking for a solution. And yes, the high vibration of negative individuals that aren't human, you are protected from that very high vibration. But with humans, you have to remember that we are all one. We are not separated. On the level that I was telling Edwige about of what I'm calling spiritual energy, I can see where we're all connected. I see the energy. We are concentration of energy within a field of energy. And the field of energy is our collective, or all of us here now, all of us not here now. And so when you're influenced by another human being, that's unavoidable because we are all connected. We are the conscious mind until we become aware and awakened, like Edwige is teaching. The conscious mind does not realize we're all connected because we got these bodies. We came and said, I want to try on a human body and see if I can't make that thing work and see if I can be my true self while I'm wearing that. But we are still connected. And so when you're influenced by someone who's having a bad day or is generally a lower vibration, the same thing works with the higher vibration. The higher your vibration, there is a tipping point where you can feel their negative energy, but your energy is not pulled down to their lower area. So there's a tipping point in your vibration where what you do is your vibration is so high, you start affecting their fields for the better. That's what people, that as they get an awareness of this, that's what people who are trying to raise their vibration are like, wow, I changed the world by healing myself. And so what I explain to my students is that healing yourself is the best thing you can do for the entire world, because then if you walk down the aisle at the grocery store, people in that building in particular, anybody who walks directly past your energy field, and because we are all connected, everybody in the world currently and like at that in-between waiting for their next time around stage are all affected in the positive. So you just need to continue working on raising your vibration and clearing what keeps you from being at the highest level of vibration. And that's what we're all doing. The highest, we would all look like angels walking around if we were all totally lit up at the very highest vibration. So yeah, just keep working at that. Your awareness, that's the cool thing. When you experience something negative, it always has something to teach you. And so now you have an opportunity to. And what you can do in the meantime while you're working on your own vibration is whenever you encounter someone who you feel that energy that affects yours, send them love and light.
Absolutely.
Send them your love.
Yep.
Send them the light that I call universal healing energy, just like just send it their way, and then that helps raise their vibration and yours as well. Every time you use universal healing energy, whether it's for yourself or for someone else, your vibration increases. So use it frequently.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
On that note, I'm going to have to cut it short. Thank you, Kate. I will see you later.
You're welcome.
Thank you for calling in. And it's so important what Dale just said to everyone. Just as the negative person can impact you and you can feel that lower vibrational energy, if you raise your energy to a point where it's so strong and you have a 100% auric field around you and you're filled with the love and the light regardless of what's going on around you, but be that space of love and light, then when anyone comes into your field of energy, you can impact them in a positive way by constantly sending light to them. just make it a habit as you walk out. See yourself just emanating love and light to everyone, and you will have a positive impact on the world. And that's what, as light workers, why we have so much light, because we're to share it. And by doing so, we will raise the vibration of all. I want to thank you, Dale. We are actually running out of time. So I know you have a class this Sunday. If you want to real quick just tell us a little bit about what you're sharing on Sunday and where, so that way we can all be there.
At the Spirit Within You, and it's called Spiritual Energy because I'm going to introduce to more people some of what we talked about today, and we will be learning more exercises that people can use in their daily life, some similar to what we did on this show and some different ones, so that people can raise their vibration and clear their blocks and live that happy, purposeful life that we all plan.
Absolutely. Yes, indeed. That sounds like a plan to me, raising the vibration, clearing our blocks, and then we can utilize all these amazing universal laws that are out there. I want to thank you again for joining me today. Wonderful episode. So there you have it, folks. Thanks so much for listening into Affirmations for Living. I am your host, and I want to remind you to go to my website. It is affirmationsforliving.net. On there, you're going to find all sorts of information, from affirmations to just positive ideas and ways to help you to improve and change your life if you're so wanting to do. I also offer spiritual life coaching, and that information is on the site as well. So connect with me. You can follow me on Facebook or Twitter and reach out. You'll see on my host page I have a newsletter that comes out once a month. So if you've signed up and not received anything yet, it's coming in about a week. I have to put it together. So I want to thank you. Be blessed. Until next time. Take care. Bye-bye, everyone.